Welcome to the educational session for reflective practice. My name is Janita Avery. I am an accredited practicing dietitian with a passion for reflective practice. This session has been created with the assistance of Marie-Claire O'Shea, Advanced Accredited Practicing Dietitian and Convener for Interprofessional Learning at Griffith University. By the end of this session, you will understand the benefits of reflective practice and why it's important to you as a student dietitian. You'll become familiar with the holistic reflection model and its 6 phases of reflection. Finally, you'll be ready to use the holistic reflection model to promote detailed critical reflection, both as a student dietitian and as a qualified health professional. So what is reflective practice? Reflective practice is the process of reviewing an experience you have had, identifying what happened, your behaviour, thinking and emotions, and building on this experience for future practice. Reflective practice is considered an essential aspect of personal and professional development. It is considered the cornerstone of being an accountable and autonomous practitioner. The National Competency Standards for Dietitians in Australia are used to facilitate a shared understanding of competency. Within the domain of practices professionally, the first key task is to demonstrate safe practice. It is recommended that reflective practice is an observable action and that dietitians consistently demonstrate reflective practice in collaboration with supervisors, peers, and mentors. At this point, you might be thinking, is reflective practice really worth my time? Surely I can just reflect on a situation in my mind, then decide if I was happy with the outcome and if there was something that I could have done differently. It's true, you can quickly reflect on a situation in your mind after the experience, but this does not promote critical reflection at a deeper, personal and holistic level. Reflective practice does take time and provides an opportunity for learning, evaluation and growth. Reflective practice at university. Tertiary education should lay the foundations of lifelong learning by ensuring students develop into critically reflective and reflexive practitioners. Students should be encouraged to demonstrate self-awareness and ability to reflect on personal values and belief and their impact on the wider healthcare system. This level of reflective practice is essential to effect change at both an individual and societal level. Reflection should therefore be embedded into education programs as a learning, teaching and assessment strategy. The holistic reflection model was initially developed to produce a sound and educational tool to assist midwifery students to progressively build reflexivity and reflective practice. This model has been adapted for the Nutrition and Dietetics program at Griffith University to provide a framework for students with the goal of facilitating transformative learning. The holistic reflection model has 6 integrated, interdependent phases designed to promote detailed critical reflection at a deeper personal and holistic level as the learner progresses through the program. A conceptual continuum of reflection has been embedded within the holistic model. Although we will be focusing on the outer circle in our session today, it is important to recognise their contribution to the development of the holistic reflective practice. During the first phase, self-awareness, the learner is encouraged to maintain an open mind and capture thoughts, emotions and responses during the actual experience. It is also important to note your present state during the phase, as your current thoughts and feelings may influence your perception of events. In phase 2, the learner is asked to provide a detailed, factual description of the experience they are reflecting on. The more precise the description, the clearer gathering of facts to ensure the whole picture is recalled and considered. This could include the location, other people in attendance, the context, what happened, your role, the result, and your thoughts and feelings at the time. Phase 3 requires the learner to explore at greater depth and breadth the thoughts, feelings, and actions of themselves and others. Questions would include, what were you trying to achieve? Why did you react in that way? What effect did your participation have on others? How did you feel about the experience and the outcome? Phase 4 draws on diverse ways of knowing to explore the experience in a holistic manner. Consider your current level of experience and/or knowledge. For example, are you a first year or third year student dietitian? What factors contributed to the decisions made and/or what factors contributed to the outcome? Explore internal and external factors that influence the experience. Internal factors would be from you, and external factors could be from the environment or others. What internal factors influenced my experience and actions? Self-awareness, previous experience, intuitive personal knowing. What external factors influenced my experience and actions? What sources of knowledge and/or literature influenced your decision-making? Would further knowledge change or improve your decision-making? As you develop your knowledge and practice experience, you'll be able to consider these aspects from a wider lens. In Phase 5, the learner is asked to engage in an evaluation process. Objectively step back from the experience and consider what went well, or was there an unexpected outcome? Could you have dealt with the situation differently? Were there any alternatives? What would be the consequences of these other choices? In Phase 6, the student is moved into the phase of transformational learning. How do you feel about this situation now, and what did you learn from this experience? Have you made sense of this experience in light of your past experiences? You have now moved through the 6 phases of the holistic reflection model. You must have lots of questions in your mind. There is a lot to think about. Let's now take the time to look at the best way to approach this reflective practice process. My first advice would be to write your reflection in a timely manner after the experience. The longer you leave it, the more trouble you'll have recalling all of the important details. Note down the headings of each phase in the model to prompt your response. Remember, your reflection is about you, so write in the first person. Use phrases like I learnt and I felt, because this shows you're writing about your experience. After writing your reflection, look back at the key phases and ensure that you answered them all thoroughly and were able to achieve the goal of each phase. Write a more extensive first draft, then review and refine your reflection so that it includes the most important details about the key experience. So remember, reflective practice is important, not just as a student, but as a lifelong learner. I hope that you can use this reflective experience as an opportunity to learn, grow, and develop professionally and personally.